Welcome to another episode of the You Know Ball
YKB in the building. You know what's up.
NBA show, man. I want to give a shout out to you guys. Shout out to Phil, man. We're on the grind, man. We just hit 75,000 total views on YouTube.
Woo!
Big number, big balling. Phil, how you feeling?
Bruh, I feel like you told me that we put out 180 or 150 videos.
180.
Honestly, it doesn't even feel like that, bro. It feels like we've only put out like 20 videos or something. So honestly, I'm proud of what we're doing. I'm having fun. And
that's what it's about.
Yeah, literally, I'm having fun, and I feel like we're just starting. So This is cool. I hope we keep it going. And I hope y'all keep tuning in, man. Like, this is fun.
First episode of basketball with the walls up. Sorry if you were looking for football last week. Something fucked up with the upload. But yeah, first episode then, I guess, with the walls up. How you feeling, Phil?
With the walls up,
with
bro?
The walls.
This is pretty tough, man. I could put up a little Shaq jersey. I see you with the Kevin Durant.
This
jersey.
is when I was a kid, bro. This is a size kids medium. This shit would look like a bra on me.
Either way, let's put some more jerseys up here.
Hell yeah. I got to figure out how we're going to decorate this, but this is what we got for now. This is what we're rocking with for now. We got some stuff coming in this week to elevate it next week, so expect a bigger, better looking episode next week. But for now, this is what we got with the walls, man. I seen you posted Future's album. You like it?
Bro, I'm telling you, I've been on repeat listening to Like That.
Bro, that song is so fucking good.
Bro, when I posted the beat and when I first heard that little I was like, damn, okay. And then right when I heard Kendrick on it, I was like,
crazy.
Bro. And then
Prince outlived Mike Jack.
Who's your big three in rap?
Right now or all time?
Right now.
I'm going to be honest, bro. I'm trying to get, like, back into music this year. Like, before I kind of, like, would only listen to the same couple albums. But if I'm talking about the best, I feel like the big three has to be Kendrick, J. Cole, and Drake.
Okay.
You know, I feel like that's a respectable. That's not my three most listened to. But that's probably like the respectable three, you know?
No, I feel you because in the song, like he says like, fuck your big three, it's just big me and stuff like that. And I was like, oh. And then people were trying to say like, oh, like he's dissing Kendrick and J. Cole. And I'm like, well, technically he's just dissing whoever's considered big three. He's not dissing Kendrick.
Yeah.
He's not dissing J. Cole and Drake.
He did diss Drake though.
He did?
He said, fuck, I'm gonna fuck that up. But he was like, for all your dogs getting buried, got a K, got a 9, send you to the pet cemetery.
Oh, yeah, the pet cemetery. I was wondering who he was talking about.
Drake, because Drake's last album was For All the Dogs.
Oh.
That shit was hard.
Well, I mean, Kendrick, in my opinion, is a better rapper than Drake.
Definitely.
I'm going to say that. So, I mean.
I'm not a Drake guy.
I'm not a huge Drake guy.
Not a Drake guy, but I am a basketball guy.
Yes, sir.
Let's get into our team news for this week. I'm going to go first this week, man. It's been a good week for the Thunder. You know, if the Thunder played as many games as the Nuggets, we would be the 1 seed right now. We're ready for whoever comes at us in the first round. I'm excited. I'm excited for this playoffs, especially like as a Thunder fan. I think this is going to be a big, like, I know it's only our first time like really in the playoffs, but I think it's going to be a big like season for us because of like
you good?
Yeah, I noticed that I thought it was the light. When I clicked the light, I was like, what the is this shit about to blow?
About to run, bro.
Nah, what's it called? If like we play you guys and Chet gets fucked up by AD, I could so see this being a thing where like in 20 years when Chet has 7 rings, he's talking about like we learned so much. Or like if we play the Nuggets and Jokic fucks them up, we learned so much. So I'm excited to see what we do. It's going to be a weird playoff run for sure, but I'm excited.
Yeah. Honestly, bro, I'm happy the way y'all been playing. I'm happy that you guys like are comfortable up there. Like you guys just literally have to game plan. Like that's all you guys got to do. No matter what, like you're going to be in first or second place. I don't think you guys are going to be third place. So you guys know it's either going to be the stinking the Kings or the Mavericks, maybe even the Suns. It's not – well, actually, no. It's either going to be the Lakers or the
Warriors.
Because the Warriors they might get kicked out by the Rockets.
Or then we got the Rockets too.
Maybe.
Don't count out the Rockets if they're rolling right now, man. You got to take back a lot of Jalen Green disrespect, but we'll get into that a little later. Phil, what you got on Lakers news this week?
All right, bro. I'm just saying this real quick because I need those little takes on AD being a wheelchair to die off. Anthony Davis has played in 96 of his last 100 games.
Damn.
He's only missed 4 games in his last 100. Well, actually, now it's 96 and 101. He's not playing tonight, and we might lose tonight. I don't care. I was happy about the win yesterday, so I'm proud of AD. I'm proud that he's standing on business and performing out there.
Standing on business.
And he's had a couple of, like, there were 3 games when it looked like he was going to get injured where he was going to, like, not play, but he came back the very next game. He was probably out for 1, but he came back and played. So, honestly, people got to put respect on him. The street clothes narrative is over. That's what I'm going to say. Street clothes
Just
narrative is over.
one season, bro.
And, bro, that Milwaukee Bucks game yesterday.
That was crazy.
Ooh.
I was working, but I rewatched the highlights today, man. That was crazy. Like, Austin Reeves really came to play.
Bro, literally, when it was 6-23, with, like, we only scored 6 points in, like, I want to say 9 minutes. And then I was thinking, okay, let's just lose by 10, please. Let's just lose by 10. At least single digits. We get over to the stinking fourth. 4 minutes into it, it's 75-94. I'm thinking we're down by 19. Dame's having his time. It's over. But then there was that little confrontation between AD and Bobby Portis. And all of a sudden, because I shut the game off at this point.
Yeah.
I checked back in because at around like the 3-minute mark for the fourth, all of a sudden we're only down by 7. And then we keep coming back, and then all of a sudden it's a tie game, 101-101.
It was crazy.
Then it goes to the OT. Then it goes to a second OT. And then bam, game won by the Lakers.
Are the Bucks getting old?
Old? What do you mean? Like
are their players old?
I don't know if they're old, bro. Like you think it's because like we just came back and because they did look like they weren't playing like defense or they weren't committed like when we were coming back a little bit in that fourth.
I just feel like Brook Lopez is 35. I know Giannis is 30?
I think Giannis, he's 29.
29. Dame is like 33 probably. Mm-hmm. Middleton's got to be in his 30s.
He's 32.
He looks 40.
Brook Lopez 35.
Like, I don't know. I feel like they're kind of old. Like, sneaky old.
Beverly 35. Jay Crowder 33. Bobby Portis 29. Pat Connaughton 31. Wow.
Malik Beasley's 27. Like, he's like their only like young player.
Bro, actually, you might be on to something because
I feel like they're getting too old to like really, like their window's closing, you know. And then like after like Dame, like Lopez, like go like. What is this team? Like, you're not gonna win. You lost Drew Holiday, so their backup point guard right now is Patrick Beverly. He'll probably go with those guys. Mm-hmm. It's kind of a weird situation for Milwaukee right now.
Yeah, and then I mean they got rid of that one dude that they drafted, Jordan Nwora, who I thought was pretty good. I thought they could keep him for like just in case Chris Middleton like
sucks like now.
Yeah, he would be a good person right now to have on your team, but
fuck yeah.
I don't know. Like, I don't want to brag about the Milwaukee Bucks game because I do like the Bucks. I just I like that we won, but at the same time, I'm worried for the Bucks because I need them to beat the Celtics, and I can't have them playing like that against us without LeBron, against Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Kristaps Porzingis. I need them
dialed in.
Yeah, because that fourth quarter shocked me. You can't
Bro,
play
the
like
Celtics
that.
like I feel like are gonna dog walk the East now. The
That's
Bucks don't.
Saying,
the only team that I think really stands a chance in a 7-game series, 2 teams. I think the Knicks, if healthy, and I think the Heat. Like, I think the Heat just have that, like, playoff mind. And I'm just going off the last couple years because the Heat really haven't shown me too much this year. I might be tripping, but didn't they lose to the Warriors yesterday?
You talking about the Heat? Yeah, but literally everyone was out. Jimmy Butler, Kevin Love, Tyler Hero, I forgot who else. Duncan Robinson. Like, they had all their key guys out.
Oh, shit. Okay, never mind then.
It was just Tyler Hero and Bam Adebayo versus the Warriors.
I think Tyler Hero's out, too.
Honestly, it literally, I don't know. The Warriors got the dub, but they didn't have their key guys.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. But, yeah, I just don't think a real team stands a chance in the East to Boston right now.
Yeah, I'm worried, bro.
Let's go into your Don't say what I'm saying. Say what I'm saying. Know what I'm saying?
Hey, yes, sir. I was excited about this one. I was thinking about what type of questions would be good that maybe you could get, but also still like get you thinking.
Sorry for cutting you off. But me
No,
and
you
Will
good.
shot 2 for 5 on football. We shot 2 for 5. Me and you last week.
Oh,
So we gotta beat 2 for 5. 2 for 5 is our standard right now at Playbook Sports.
all right, then let's get it right here. All right, you ready?
I'm locked in, dialed,
You steady?
steady.
Here we go. All right, name an Eastern Conference point guard.
Okay. And these are the players you picked, right? Like they're off your vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Let me go with Jalen Brunson.
Tyrese Maxey.
Fuck.
My bad,
Okay.
bro.
Same vibe. Same vibe.
All right,
We're close.
number 2.
Okay.
Name a center in the NBA.
In the whole NBA
Mm-hmm.
center, who do you like as center? I don't think you picked anyone that's like elite. Shit, center. Why am I blanking on all these dudes right now? Let me go. Dude, everyone I'm thinking about, I'm like, no, you don't like them. Do you like any centers?
I do.
Yeah, I know once you say it's going to piss me off. Let me go with, fuck. Miles Turner.
Oof. Jared Allen.
Fuck. Okay.
I was thinking about him, though.
Damn. All right, so I feel like I got the same vibe on the first two, though.
Honestly, you're getting close.
Okay.
All right, number 3.
0 for 2.
3. Name a 3-point shooter on the Wizards.
On the Wizards. Okay, so now I got to think what you qualify as like a 3-point shooter. Because I know when I think of the Wizards and I think of you, I think of Denny Avdia. But I don't know if I'd consider him like a shooter.
Mm-hmm.
But then it's like, who else are the shooters on that team? Like Jordan Poole? I know you didn't put his ass. I'm gonna say Denny. Wait, no, let me take it back. I'm gonna say Corey Kispert.
I put Kyle Kuzma.
Fuck. Fuck.
I just went with who could shoot threes.
He's just good. I don't think of him as like a shooter. I just think of him as a scorer.
My bad. Name
on.
a top 10 NBA player
Top.
currently.
I'm gonna get you here. I got you here, Phil. 10 players. I'm 1 for 10 is all I need, right?
Mm-hmm.
LeBron.
Jason Tatum.
Fuck, I should have got that one.
I was thinking of putting LeBron James, but I thought you wouldn't get that.
I'm trying to go for you.
All right, my bad. All right.
Fuck, 0 for 4. I gotta get this last one. Come on.
All right, name a small forward in the NBA currently.
Fuck. And I can't say Tatum again.
You got this.
Fuck. Okay, small forward. Fuck, dude. I wish I didn't guess LeBron on the last one, because then I would have felt more confident in saying LeBron on this one.
You're gonna be so mad at this one.
Okay, so it's fucking weird. Josh Hart.
Max Strus.
Bro, what? I never heard you say his name before.
Oh man.
0 for 5, Anthony, lock the fuck in.
I wanted to put Josh Hart there, but for some reason I was thinking Max Strus.
I feel like I know I went 0 for 5, so I'm not trying to glaze myself here. But I feel like I had very similar vibes to all your guys.
You did.
Similar vibes. We didn't get there. But next week I'll have Yuma at 5, and we'll knock that out the park.
Yes, sir.
But the main subject this week is our top 5 most underrated players in basketball. I got 2 honorable mentions. I'll just kick it off right away.
Mm-hmm.
My 2 honorable mentions are Anthony Davis. I feel like I know I had the duo of LeBron and AD on my overrated list, but that's more like team success-wise. As an individual player, I think Anthony Davis is pretty underrated by all fan bases that aren't the Lakers. I think the Lakers might slightly overrate him, but every other fan base, I'd probably say AD is an underrated player. And then my other one is Jonathan Isaac, because Jonathan Isaac has started to slowly creep back to what Jonathan Isaac was doing before he got hurt. And that's scary. If Jonathan Isaac could be Florida State Jonathan Isaac on this team, Paolo got his help.
Them Florida State dudes make good like bench players or good just players overall.
Good wing defender.
Terrence Mann too for the Flippers. He's key.
Wait, Terrence Mann's just Florida.
Or is it Florida Gators? My bad.
He's Florida Gators.
Sorry about
Florida State's Scotty Barnes.
that.
Let me see who else.
I think Bruce Brown too.
I know like 3 years in a row they had like defensive wings.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, these are the Florida State players in the NBA. Oh wait, Terrence Mann is Florida State. My bad.
Oh, okay.
Scotty Barnes, Malik Beasley,
Wow.
Trent Forrest, Raekwon Gray, Jonathan Isaac, Terrence Mann, Devin Vassell is who I was thinking about.
Oh, Devin Vassell of Florida?
Yeah, and
Whoa.
Patrick Williams.
So literally all the players I like.
Yeah, you're a Florida State fan.
Holy crap. I'm going to start watching them more because Scotty Barnes and Patrick Williams, ooh.
They run a really honestly, I didn't watch them that much this year, but when I was watching a little more college basketball, they run a really fun, like, blitz, full-court press type of defense, which is cool.
I'm about to watch them more next year, bro.
Who's on your underrated? Oh, let's talk about that really quick.
Mm-hmm.
Our March Madness brackets right now. Phil is winning. The loser is going to eat 5 blazing wings.
I guess
On an
so.
episode.
You know what? 5 blazing wings. I just say rings. All right.
5 blazing wings on an episode. So yeah, that'll probably be 2 episodes from now.
Bro, I hope I win.
I hope I win too. Shit, I do not want to be shitting it up after that.
I don't want to be doing it either, bro.
All right. Now my bad. Go into your honorable mentions, or if you got any, or you could start off with number 5.
Yes, sir. Honestly, I got 6 honorable mentions because I feel like for this list, I just feel like underrated. I feel like if we're gonna underrate these dudes, we should talk about them too.
Okay.
So my 6, Jonathan Kuminga.
Okay.
Jonathan Isaac.
All right.
Aaron Nesmith.
Okay.
Josh Hart.
Okay.
Max Strus.
Okay.
And Alex Caruso.
I like all those. I think you went 6 for 6. That's the first time I think I could ride you. You went 6 for 6. Huh? Who said that?
Say a little timeout. I'm just kidding. Nah. Let's continue though. But I like all these guys. I think they're underrated in the league, and I think that like the guys I have above them just deserve a little bit more praise on the top 5 list. But either way, the fact that they're still on this list or even considered is still tough. Like these are good players. If you guys like these players, tell your teams to grab them, bro.
Pick them up.
Available soon.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, like Max Strus, for example, dude, is like straight hooping this year, and especially with the time Donovan Mitchell's been missing, he's really stepped up. Same thing with like Caruso. I feel like everyone knows how good Caruso is, but Caruso is like really, especially as a perimeter defender, really elite. I'll go into my list, man.
Yes,
to
sir.
start off my list, I don't want to be too repetitive here, so I'm going to put this dude at like my 5th spot because I feel like I kind of glaze him every week. Trae Young. Trae Young needs to get the respect. Out of Oklahoma, dude, it was like, can this guy be the central point of offense? And that's kind of all he is now. Like, he is a hooper, 27, nearly 11, only 0.4 assists per game behind Halliburton. He is a baller, bro. Don't sleep on Trae Young.
Okay, not bad. I'm just trying to figure out who else is on your list because I wouldn't say like Trae Young is like super underrated, but
I feel like he doesn't get the coverage that like a lot of the dudes. I bet like on Hustle Highlights there's more posts about LaMelo Ball than Trae Young right now and stuff like that's kind of what I went off of for this.
You know what? I feel you. I kind of went a different route with mine. I went with like guys who the average NBA fan wouldn't really know.
Okay.
But you know what? In that term, then you know what? Yeah, Trae Young is underrated. In mine, at number 5, I got Jalen Suggs.
Okay, I like that one too.
I put Jalen Suggs here because
my dog.
I honestly slept on him, except for last year when we were thinking about trading. I think his name. Who was it? I think Wenyen Gabriel and a 2nd-round pick for him. Or we were trying to give him 2 2nd-round picks for Jalen Suggs, and I was thinking, why do we want to do that? Is he that good? And then this year I saw him, and I'm like, holy crap, we would have been top 10 in defensive ratings, or just overall as a defensive team if we got him. So I think he deserves to be here. Like he's just a really good player, bro. He's really, really good.
I felt like a lot of people, like he did get a lot of hate coming into the league because he didn't make an impact right away, and a lot of those people are dumb because like. Jalen Suggs at college, you could kind of tell when he goes to the NBA, he'd be more like a not a role, I guess a role player, like where he could kind of like fit a system, run a system, but he's not about to like win you games. Like he'll do his job and play a part in a win. But you're never going to see Jalen Suggs give you 40, 15, and 9, or Jalen Suggs have 8 steals in a game. He's just kind of really good. Not a lot of flaws in his game, but just a really solid player. And his three-point percentage definitely helps this year. You know, he's been balling this year for sure.
What's his three-point percentage right now? Is it like a 38 or a 39?
It's a lot higher than what it's been. I don't know the exact number. Let me check for you.
Even if it's a 36, I'll take it, bro.
I know he had a really, like, that was his thing the last couple years, like, where everyone's like, oh, he can't shoot. This year, yeah, he's shooting almost 40%, 39.3%.
Wow.
The years before that, last year he shot 33%. His rookie year, he shot 21%. So that is great progress for
that is really
a young
good
player.
progress. You think he could be a sneaky little candidate for most improved?
Who you got winning it right now?
Tyrese Maxey.
I don't think he passes Maxey. But, you know, if I had to bet on any guard to win Defensive Player of the Year in the next 15 years, I'd probably bet on Jalen Suggs.
Okay. Now, who you got at your 4?
My 4, I got another guard that could win Defensive Player of the Year in the future. Cason Wallace, man. I had to sneak a Thunder player in here. Cason Wallace, man, is having a very, very good year, you know. Only 1 steal per game, or averaging, one steal per game. He was on that Rookie of the Year ladder to start the year, and they kind of slid him off, and I don't really know why. And as far as, like, role player knockdown shooter goes, like, it doesn't get much better than Cason Wallace. If he's open, he's going to hit it. And he, again, like, for a rookie point guard, he's probably what you would call an elite defender. Like, there's not many point guards that come to the league and could play defense the way Cason Wallace has shown.
Okay, I'm not mad at that. He's a good player. Like, when I saw him, like, he's very controlled. Like, for a fact that he's a rookie and he's a 6-man coming in too sometimes, like, when he played us, he can shoot the 3 ball really well. He can dribble. He doesn't make a lot of mistakes. Like, he's just a smart player.
Yeah,
that's
I
hard
like
to
him.
oh, my bad.
My bad. Yeah, that's exactly what. Like, he just plays his role right. And I bet there's 100 players in the league that you could say this about, but I just really like him because of his youth, too. Who's next on your list?
At number 4, I wanted to put a spur here, so I'm going with Devin Vassell.
Okay, because he fucked up the Lakers.
Oh, yeah. That was a masterclass. The fact that he did it, too, without getting a lot of free throws, like, it was just straight buckets. Like, and it was mid-range shots, too, covered. So I was like, holy shit, this guy's good. And he can play some defense. He can dribble. He can score on anybody. Like, I think that just because, like, the Spurs don't have the maturity as a team yet, like, to, like, win games, he's not getting noticed as much. But he's still a really good, like, if you put him on the Warriors as, like, a 3.
Oh, he would be cold on the Warriors,
like he would have been cold. Like,
they should trade his ass for Wiggins. Weak-ass Wiggins.
Honestly, it would work, but, hey, if I'm the Spurs, I'm keeping Wemby and Devin Vassell together.
Oh, yeah.
Bro.
If they could get, like, a true point guard, you got, like, a solid piece at every level.
Yeah,
like, you'd have a good point guard, you'd have a good perimeter scorer, and then you'd have the GOAT, Wemby. So it's pretty scary over there. I'm going to go with another dude, speaking of Wemby, like a former number 1 pick. Why are we not talking about Zion Williamson? Why are people sleeping on, like, I feel like Zion Williamson doesn't get any media coverage anymore. As a former number 1 pick, averaging 23 points, shooting over 60% from the field, I feel like people only want to talk about Zion Williamson when he looks fat in a picture. And Zion Williamson is a fucking good player. You could see that since Ingram's been out, how good the Pelicans are doing. They're not falling. Like, everyone always says, like, oh, maybe the Kings fall in the play-in, but no one ever says the Pelicans because they're so consistently good. And majority of that is because of how consistently good Zion Williamson is, dude. Like, that it is ridiculous to me that this guy doesn't get covered as much as he does, bro. Like, the fact that he could shoot, like, 11 for 13, 10 for 12, night after night after night, but Daniel Gafford makes 24 layups in a row, and we start posting about that. You know, it's just it doesn't make any sense to me. So I'm going to give a shout-out to Zion.
I think the only reason why that's a thing is because, like, when he first started out, like, there was crazy coverage for him. Like, people talking about how he, like, in the Summer League game, like, he stole that ball
that was so
out of
funny.
that dude's hands and then dunked it. And then there was the huge earthquake. Like, he had so much media coverage. Like, all he had to do, like, the whole shoe thing and stuff. Like, I think people just got tired of seeing the same thing, and then the fact that they weren't really like winning as much, like they didn't get past the first round, and then they missed the playoffs. Like they just kind of got tired. But now Zion is playing way better, and I don't know. I didn't really consider him an underrated player because of the media coverage he had in the past, but technically, he is underrated. Like currently, right now, he's underrated. But I'm proud of him. Like he put that whole he lost 20 pounds. He's playing like the way he should, and now the Pelicans are the 5th seed right now? Yeah, they're the 5th seed, 44-28. So this could be his year. Looks like they're playing the Flippers in the first round. I could see them beating them. And they can't guard Zion.
They cannot. He's gonna fuck them up for sure. Do you remember the player he ripped?
Who was the player again?
Kevin Knox. Bum ass Kevin Knox.
That's so sad.
It sucks. But yeah,
so sad.
Kind of like I get what you're saying where like previously he did get a lot more media coverage.
Mm-hmm.
But right now again, like I don't feel like he's getting talked about as much as like, and maybe because his game isn't kind of how it was marketed to be, where it's like, oh, he's gonna dunk on everyone. He kind of just plays bully ball, but he's not like slamming on people as much anymore or stuff like that. He just finishes well. Yeah, I think that's what I enjoy about his game the most, though. You know, like for such a big dude, he has such like a finesse around the rim, and I feel like that needs to get highlighted more because it's a hard thing to do with a dude that has that much power to like know how to control your self.
Okay. And question for you. If you were to start a team, who would you rather have or start it with? Zion Williamson or Paolo Banchero?
I personally would start it with Zion. I think Zion is like, I would argue Zion's still like a once-in-a-generation type of talent. And I know Paolo is too, but I think on a different level where Zion could retire and be like a legend in the game. Like Zion to me has like top 20 all-time potential still. And I mean, Paolo's good and all, but Paolo's game does remind me a lot of Carmelo Anthony. And, like, if that's what his ceiling is, which is obviously elite, but I think Zion could do something like, he could be a player we've never seen before.
Honestly, I don't feel like there's a wrong answer here. Both players are really good. I think that to me, I like small forwards, especially tall ones, like Jason Tatum, 6'9". So the fact that Paolo Banchero, he's not classified as a power forward. He's classified as a small forward, and he's playing he's 6'10", doing the things that nearly Jason Tatum can do. I'd go with him.
Yeah.
But it's only because he can score. Like, he's very versatile. But, I mean, that's just me. I feel like that's important. But Zion is still, he's 280. Oh, no, he's 260 now because he lost 20. So being 6'6", able to move the way he does, as fast as he does, and the vertical he has, the fact that he can score at will. I mean, I don't feel like there's no wrong answer, but I'd still go with Paolo.
Okay. Who's next on your underrated list?
At number 3, I got Grayson Allen.
Oh,
From the Suns, man. That dude is having a crazy year this year. And I only put him there because for the longest time, like, if it's not that obvious for you guys, I'm a Duke Blue Devils fan. I've always liked him since he played over there. And when people said he wasn't going to be really good when he got to the NBA, he'd be like a good 8th or 9th man. And I thought that was offensive because I'm like, bro, he could definitely be a 6th man. But now he's starting for the Suns, and Brody has saved him in a lot of games. Like, in a lot of games, he's been the second best scorer on the team.
He's statistically the best three-point shooter in the league right now.
Whoa.
48% from the three.
Ooh.
That's ice cold, man.
And they said he wasn't going to be shit in the NBA. Come on now. You may be playing for the Suns, who I hate right now, bro, but you deserve to get this praise, man. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think he's really good, especially for a role player. Like, again, like a 6-man, he's a top-notch 6-man.
Yes, sir.
This is another dude I feel like is underrated because I feel like he doesn't get, like, talked about as much, and that might be because he's in Detroit. But Jalen Duren, like, highlight.
Thank you. Continue.
Highlights-wise, it doesn't get better than Jalen Duren. So that's one thing. Like, if we're talking about social media, which is, like, the new age of sports, Jalen Duren should be posted way more. And then when I was doing my research for this, I found this out. Did you know Jalen Duren right now is a top 5 rebounder in basketball?
Was he averaging 13?
Like 12 and a half.
Wow. Oh, well,
13, my bad.
Wow. And that's been this season?
This season, he's a top 5 rebounder.
Bro.
They just don't, like, and no one really talks about it because of Detroit basketball.
Bro, this is what I'm saying. This Detroit team, they got Cade Cunningham. He's a good point guard. I'm not going to say top 10 yet, but he can be there. They got Jalen Duren, who is definitely going to be up there soon in the top 10 centers talk. I'm saying it. They got Jaden Ivey. They got dudes, man. They have dudes. They just need to, like, get some experience and draft well, bro. And I think they can get there.
I think Monty Williams needs to go. And
I was Monty Williams?
Yeah, I was a fan of him, but I mean,
why do you say that?
We're gonna talk about it later, I guess. Unless you want to talk about it now, but fuck, he is a shit coach.
We'll talk about it later.
He's a shit coach. Who's on your list, Phil?
All right, at number 2, I got Kyrie Irving.
Okay.
I definitely got him here.
I like this. You went a bunch of role players and threw Kyrie Irving. You got 2 Duke Blue Devils on your list.
I just feel like he deserves to be on here because I didn't think the experiment was going to work between him and Luka. I feel like they were 2 ball-dominant dudes that need the ball 24/7, and that would mess up the offense for the Dallas Mavericks. But right now, they're killing it. They look dangerous because now they got Daniel Gafford and P.J. Washington that are holding the paint down where they don't got to worry about it. So they have more time to figure out what they can do between each other. And those fast breaks, bro, Luka threw a lob to Kyrie, and he dunked it. And apparently he's done that 3 times this season. What?
Cold.
Like, bro, I don't know. Like, people were saying Kyrie wasn't going to be Kyrie, but he's still Kyrie right now. I think he's averaging, like, 25, 5 and 5 or something like that. But, bro.
This is Kyrie's best season in a while.
I don't know, man.
I just feel like I like that pick a lot. I feel like this is definitely, like, I'm trying to pull up his numbers because I don't know if numbers will back it up.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, just statistically, like, it just feels like he's shooting really efficient. He's, like, knowing his role. I mean, last year he averaged fucking 27, shooting 51%. So it's not that good. Mm-hmm. But I just feel like he's kind of, like, fitting a lot better with this team. He's a key part in this team. I would probably say this is his best season since his first year in Brooklyn, probably. He averaged 27 then. But Kyrie this year is a monster, dude.
Bro, I honestly think the Dallas Mavericks have a chance to get to the Western Conference Finals and the NBA Finals.
Whoa.
I'm going to say it, bro. Because right when they got P.J. Washington and Daniel Gafford, I literally kept telling people
you loved it.
They got bigs now, bro, and that gives the focus back to Luka and Kyrie just to worry about the perimeter. Like, now that they have those guys inside locking down the paint, they a two-way team. That's hard to guard, man. That's hard to score against. So I'm gonna say it. I want a Dallas Mavericks versus Denver Nuggets Western Conference Finals. I want it.
I think they're one of the funnest teams to watch right now.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would love to see them in the finals. I want to see them versus the Clippers though. I want to see that Luka fucking up the Clippers with like some actual help.
Bro, I need that. I need that too. But in the second round.
Okay.
Second round.
Who do they got in the first round right now? Us?
I think if the Dallas Mavericks were to get the 7th seed, they would get Denver.
Really?
Actually, it's either going to be Denver or you guys.
Let me see. Let's go through if the Mavericks were in the playoffs right now, right? First round, they would play the Timberwolves, actually. They would fuck up the Timberwolves. They're the 6th seed right now. Timberwolves are the 3rd seed. Then they would play us probably, which I think would be a good series. And then they'd play either the Nuggets or the Clippers.
They fucked up the Kings as well yesterday.
Yeah.
They beat them by 40.
Oh, that would, bro. I seen that at work. I looked at the stats at halftime. Luka had 25. Luka finished with 28 because they sat his ass the whole second half, bro. Crazy.
What I'm annoyed about is I needed the Kings to win because they have the 4-0 against us. And no matter what, if we were to tie with them, they would get the spot ahead of us.
Okay.
So I'd rather have the Kings get the 6th seed. And then we just deal with the Dallas Mavericks because we're 1-2 against them. And if we win the next game, we'll be 50-50 where it doesn't matter. But, that's some boring stuff to listen to. But either way, I don't want to play the Dallas Mavericks in the stinking play-in.
Scared. Dude, the Rockets are fucking us up right now. We're down 28-17.
Oh, because SGA's out.
Oh, yeah, I did see that. I'm tripping.
Yeah, it's no biggie.
No biggie. My number one most underrated, you're not going to like this when I say it, but just hear me out, okay?
Why?
My number one most underrated players in the league are Kawhi and Paul George.
Oh.
As a duo. And
I mean,
this is why. Like, you don't really think about this, but they're both having, like, their, I don't want to say best, but most efficient seasons as leaders, you know. Both are shooting the highest percentage they've ever shot. Kawhi is number 4 in steals per game. Paul George is number 5 in steals per game. And they've had a healthier year than they've ever had before, you know. And I know they're sliding right now, so it might be kind of an ugly take. But I do think still in the playoffs this team is going to make some noise. I'm not going to count them out yet. We've seen them at their best, how good they fucking look. And if they could get back to that in the playoffs, bro, I think this team is going to be a tough fucking team to beat, especially with, like, Westbrook and Harden and Terrence Mann. But I wanted to highlight Kawhi and Paul George because this is probably their best seasons as a duo.
Honestly, I'm not, why would you think because I
Flip
like
us.
them? Yeah, they
Flip us,
bro. But at the same time, I wouldn't be mad at that because it's kind of true. Like, the coverage isn't, like, that crazy. Like, if there is coverage on the Flippers right now, it's because they're the fifth or they're the 4th or 5th seed right now, and they're winning. But they're not really talking about how good Kawhi's doing, how good Paul George is doing, and even how good the stats are for James Harden.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'd say that's a real take. I say that's real, but man, I don't know. Kawhi, this is the first time I haven't really been hearing people go oh, Kawhi and Paul George, because like when Kawhi and Paul George first got to the Flippers, the media coverage for them
was crazy.
Bro, when I saw that billboard on the fucking freeway that said like your future NBA champions over the Lakers, I think they said like 2020 champions. I was so pissed, but that's what I'm talking about. They had so much media coverage about Kawhi and Paul George, but now it's just like, oh, the Flippers are doing well, and then that's it.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing else. It's just, yeah, they're doing well. I was like, damn, okay.
Yeah, we got to put a little more respect on Kawhi and Paul George. Who's your last guy?
At number 1,
LeBron.
Chill out. I had to put this guy here because I didn't think he was going to be
It's a Laker. I feel it.
good.
It's a Laker.
This
I know
season.
Phil.
You're going to be shocked. But I liked him, especially ever since I picked him up last year, and he helped me out huge in fantasy. I got to put this dude, Jalen Williams, here.
Hey, my dog.
I told you, man. You're going to be
It's not
shocked.
that tall.
I had to put Jalen Williams here, bro. He is literally the second best player, in my opinion. I like Chet, but I think Jalen Williams is the second best player on OKC.
He is.
He's doing the same exact thing SGA can do, but at like lower, like not as much usage. But he can get a bucket like anywhere.
Yeah.
Like, and the fact, I think he's 6'7", and he reminds me of Paul George. Like he
that's a good
literally
comp.
reminds me of Paul George.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, the fact that nobody's talking about this kid, they talk about OKC and SGA, but they don't talk about and Chet.
And Chet, yeah.
But they don't talk about Jalen Williams, bro.
I think he's averaging 20.
He's averaging a 19, 4, and 5 with 1 steal and nearly 1 block a game. But, bro, like when SGA gets into trouble, he gives the ball to this guy, and this guy just
Bucket.
Like he'll score from the 3, the midi, or he'll dunk, like he'll go in for a dunk. And he can still move the ball around, too.
That's why I like the Paul George comparison because he doesn't remind me of, like, Pacers Paul George, but he kind of reminds me of, like, Paul George right now, where it's kind of like he could kind of create. He's really smooth. He's not, like, an aggressive, like, I'm going to dunk on you, but he's going to get to his spot and knock down the shot. And I think that's such a key in basketball, you know. Like, everyone wants to, like, put up the highlight, but he could sink a clean mid-range, you know, dribble, pull up, stuff like that. You got the Lakers on the TV now.
Damn, homie dunked on him.
King James.
But like I said, we were going to lose this game, bro. We're down by 2, but I predicted it. But, yeah Jalen Williams, bro, he's an incredible talent. I'm glad you guys picked him up. I was still shook nobody picked him up in fantasy last year. Right when I saw his stats, I instantly got him. But he is a good player.
Drafted out of Santa Clara. You know another player drafted out of Santa Clara?
I want to say Brandon Podziemski.
You got it.
Okay, yeah.
Honestly, I thought Podziemski was from overseas. When I saw he was from Santa Clara, I was thrown off.
I was like, who is this kid, and why did the Warriors pick him up?
Cold. But let's go through and just say our list one more time for the people at home. My top most underrated players in the league: Jalen Duran, Trae Young, Kawhi and Paul George, Kaysen Wallace, Zion. Honorable mentions are AD and Jonathan Isaac.
All right. You want me to go 1 through 5 or 5 to 1?
Whatever way you want to go.
All right. Hey, at number 1 on my underrated list, I got Jalen Williams. Number 2, I got Kyrie Irving. Number 3, Grayson Allen. Number 4, Devin Vassell. And number 5, Jalen Suggs. Honorable mentions, Alex Caruso, Max Strus, Josh Hart, Aaron Nesmith, Jonathan Isaac, and Jonathan Kuminga.
Let's go into our news.
All right, just a quick want to shout out rest in peace to RJ Barrett's brother, Nathan. I didn't even know about that. I didn't even know his brother played I think it was one of the big schools, IMG or something like that.
Oh, really? I didn't even know that.
One of the high schools, but he passed away, and we just wanted to send our condolences to RJ Barrett. That really does suck, man. He missed some games, and people were talking about it. And I remember somebody under a comment. Montverde, yeah, he plays at Montverde, but apparently I didn't know he was that good. I didn't even know he had a brother.
Yeah.
But that news sucks, bro, and we just want to say, rest in peace, bro. That just really sucks, man. We want to get into the Jonte Porter little talk real quick. What the heck is going on with that?
He is a clown, bro. The fact that his bet only doubled his money and he put $10K on it, so he made $20K.
Oh, they proved that he was betting?
They didn't prove it, but this is the allegation, allegedly. $20K is what you made, bro. If you just went out there and hooped, you could have made an M. But you want to go out here and stack up your $20K? Cool. Now you're going to get banned from the league.
Oh,
you're going to get probably put in jail. That's so fucking crazy. And
holy crap.
What makes it way worse, what grown man bets their own under? You're saying the under? You ever hoop, Phil, and you're like, I'm probably going to score 2 points this game.
He did not do that. He did not do that.
He bet it under, bro. So what happened was his betting props were 5.5 points, 3.5 rebounds, 1.5 assists, 0.5 threes. This is the allegation again. I just want to make that clear. Allegations. I don't want to get sued.
Got you.
He pretty much said yo, these are my props. I'm gonna fake an injury at halftime. And that night, I want to say it's his rebounds bet. Jonte Porter under 3.5 rebounds bet had the most money bet into it. So it's why the fuck would that be the case, unless Jonte Porter's out here scamming.
That's messed up.
Bro,
that's idiotic.
So dumb.
You're playing for the Raptors. You're probably their only small forward healthy right now.
Uh-huh.
Why not just
hoop?
Like you said, why not just hoop?
Get a contract, bro. Make an M. What?
Kelly Olynyk is got an extension from them, bro. What are we doing?
Such a dumb situation.
Is it just that bad to play for the Raptors?
I guess motherfuckers hate Toronto.
Hey, more stuff in the news. NBA shutting down G League Ignite team.
Crazy.
What are your thoughts on this, Ant?
When the G League Ignite thing started and I want to say Jalen Green's first year he went there, I didn't really understand it. I'm going to keep it a buck. I don't really watch G League Ignite or nothing like that. But I do enjoy college basketball, and I feel like it's good for college basketball.
Oh, it definitely is.
But yeah, that's kind of my only real thoughts on it.
No, I feel you. In the comment section, pretty much people were pouring in comments saying oh, well, either way, this killed the NCAA announcing NIL deals killed the whole thing for NBA G League, because basically this was supposed to be a way for players to make money. That's why Jalen Green did it. And if you don't want to just do school and just think about basketball 24/7, just go straight to the league. That's what it's for. But the reason why they shut it down was because they were losing a lot.
Oh, really?
Because think about it. You're getting developmental players like Scoot Henderson, Jalen Green, all these players who are definitely going to be first round picks going into the draft. Like they're just there. They're not like
Uh-huh.
focused on the season. They're just there to like show some tape and then go. But like, yeah, that I thought it was weird because I remember I would see all these blowouts and I'm like, how is this gonna work if they keep losing? And then seeing this come up, I was like, well,
Got
there you
cut.
have it.
Yeah, that's interesting. I didn't even know that. Like again, I'm not tuned into the G League at all, but that is interesting that their record was that bad.
Yeah, I thought it was a cool thing to do because I understand like there's a lot of hoopers that don't want to go to school and just want to go straight to the NBA. But yeah, it just with the NIL deals in college, there's just no point to have it.
Yeah, it kind of fucks it up.
Yeah.
Next up, Monty Williams. DiVincenzo hits 11 threes against the Knicks. Williams pretty much says, like, I'm not going to talk about them. I don't want to be a part of this story. Motherfucker, you are the story now because you're a clown. You, like, I sit here acting like they were, like, three chasing. Like, they're not going to go out there and miss shots on purpose, you know? And you got players like Asar Thompson on your team, Cade Cunningham, who might not be an elite defender but has the build to be an elite defender. Like, if you're pissed about DiVincenzo hitting threes, tell the motherfuckers to not let DiVincenzo hit threes.
That's what I'm saying.
Be a coach, scheme. But instead, you want to sit here and bitch at the table. And bro, when Monty Williams was a assistant in OKC, I was a huge fan of him.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he is tarnishing his reputation completely. I don't think he could hold a locker room. It's crazy. It's crazy what's going on there.
Honestly, bro, the whole Suns thing that happened, the way he treated DeAndre Ayton, I kind of lost respect because I'm like, bro, like, you know how hard it is to guard Giannis, and you're putting all that pressure on DeAndre Ayton, like Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday aren't fucking up Devin Booker and Chris Paul. Like, I just thought that was my first sign. Like, he's not really a good coach because he's putting all the blame on DeAndre Ayton. Like, Giannis ain't the only person scoring out there. So
especially your young player. Like, you're supposed to, like, empower them. Like, maybe say Chris Paul could step up because Chris Paul can handle that.
That's what I'm saying. And Chris Paul cost him 2 of those games in the finals. So the fact that he did that to DeAndre Ayton, I fully expected Ayton to leave.
DeAndre Ayton's the reason they got there. He caught the fucking dunk against the Clippers.
Saying. But, like, then you flash forward and then he gets fired. He's playing with the Pistons and he's throwing the blame around this and that. But I'm like, bro, like, a lot of these games are still winnable. Like, you could have been at least, like, 20 and, like, 60 or, like, 30 and, like, 50. But I don't know, 12 wins?
You could talk about this team, like, and shit on them all you want. You got Cade Cunningham, Asar Thompson, Jalen Duren. Like, this team could go out there and compete. Like, not like championship compete, but if you told me before the season that they were in the play-in, I would not have been like, oh, really? Like, no, you have good young players. You had Bogdanovich, which is a vet. I believe they had someone else who was like that, who was a veteran that they moved on. Alec Burks. Like, they had dudes like that, and they kind of just, like, are fucking it up by bad coaching at this point.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm disappointed in him. He keeps making these. And then I'm glad Josh Hart said the thing he did. He was all like, if he didn't want to be part of the story, he should have told his guys to defend better.
Amen.
Like, for real. Like, just get on your players then. Like, it's been a whole season. You guys still can't stop Dante DiVincenzo from shooting threes. He had 11 threes.
Knicks franchise record. Shout out DiVincenzo.
I love
that. That's the story we should be talking about.
I'm not disrespecting him. I love DiVincenzo.
Last thing to talk about for the news. Get into this, Phil. Your Steph and AD thing.
All right. So I posted on the account, who is more dangerous if they both were to swap spots? LeBron on the Warriors or Stephen Curry on the Lakers?
Did that tweet bang?
I actually have to check it again, but it banged like quick for a second. I got 12 votes in like, I think 50 seconds or something. But like somebody responded, they're like, Curry with LeBron and AD, obviously, but that's not what I meant. I meant like if they swapped. So the way I'd envision it is Curry with D'Lo, Reeves, AD, and Rui, and then LeBron with Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, Jonathan Kuminga, and Brandon Podziemski or whoever starts shooting guard. I'm thinking literally swapping LeBron and Curry because somebody made a tweet saying if Steph had Anthony Davis help, he would not be the 10th seed. But I'm like, let's be real. If LeBron was on the Warriors with Klay Thompson, Jonathan Kuminga, and stinking like, what's his name, Andrew Wiggins next to him, I think he'd still be a higher seed than Curry with Anthony Davis.
Only way that LeBron would be a higher seed is Draymond would love to hoop with LeBron. Draymond would average 22, 15, and 12. his ass would be like, King James, what can I do to help? Like
LeBron like shoot.
But I feel like who
would you choose?
I would pick Curry for the sense that I think that the Lakers have better, not role players, because the Warriors have good role players, but I think LeBron on the Warriors, like, you can't really put Kuminga in the corner. You can't really put Wiggins in the corner. You can't put Draymond in the corner. Only one really is Clay. They just don't have the shooters to kind of fit with LeBron's play style. But I feel like the Lakers dudes could fit it with Curry.
Yeah.
I think it would work. I think the more interesting conversation comes with the Anthony Davis thing, where if they swap spots, who would be better? Because I think that the Warriors would be better with Anthony Davis than the Lakers with Curry.
So you're saying if Curry and AD were to swap?
Yes.
Whoa. So you think Draymond at the 4,
AD at the 5,
and then Curry and LeBron together.
Yeah.
But then that's Curry and LeBron together.
They're old, bro. This is my whole thing, right? I feel like if the Lakers were maybe a more competitive roster, Curry could elevate a team to a championship a lot better. But I think Anthony Davis makes these like bad teams look a lot better than what they are. And if you really think about it, bro, like Pods, Clay, Wiggins, Draymond, and AD, and Kuminga's your sixth man, Moses Moody's on your bench, like that fits a lot. The whole problem with the Warriors right now is they don't have a center. You get Anthony Davis on that team, you got a center. You don't need Curry at that point. But Curry and LeBron, yeah, would be scary. I don't know. I don't think they have that like that spark or that pop. Like, and then who's their center? You match up against
Jackson Hayes.
You match up against the Nuggets, you're getting fucked up. Dude.
But then that's a lob threat, and the paint's wide open because you have people watching Curry, and then LeBron's still doing his thing. Like you have a 41 and 40% 3-point shooter out there, and then you got, I want to say, D'Lo or Reeves. I say Reeves at that point.
I'd say Reeves.
Starting.
I would start Reeves on that team.
And then you got Rui at the 4. So then you still have spacing. So then Jackson Hayes could just be a lob threat. And you saw what they did with JaVale McGee with that lineup.
I just think defensively that team is not guarding any center. Like Chet might go for 40 against that team, bro. You know, like Şengün's giving that team 35, 15, and 12. Sabonis is having 40, 20, 17 prime Kevin Love numbers. Hey, Miami Kevin Love is having prime Kevin Love numbers. Like that team, Jackson Hayes is not the center that I'd want to be my lockdown center.
But if you think about it, Curry and LeBron could have both a game where they each drop 50.
That's not.
If you put LeBron and Curry together, bro, that's the best 3-point shooter of all time with one of the best players of all time.
But LeBron this season, again, like I don't think is the same LeBron that he's always been. I'd probably keep him outside my top 10 right now.
But if the Warriors fans keep talking about that off-ball attribute Curry has,
he does have that.
Then imagine LeBron and Curry going back and forth. LeBron's averaging a triple-double with Curry on his team, bro.
I think LeBron averages way more assists with Curry. LeBron might average 12, 13 assists.
15 assists with Curry
on
his team, bro.
I just don't – I don't know. I don't see the – I don't know what I'm trying to say. I just don't think they're, like, as electric. Like, I think they'd get, like, fucked up and stay down. You know, like, I don't think they have that punch that they do.
No, I feel you.
But, yeah, I mean, that's it for another episode of the Hot Seat Pod. I feel like we covered – sorry. You know, ball NBA show.
Yes, sir.
Phil, say the line.
Hey, for real.
Hey,
like, subscribe, follow. Make sure to add us on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. Make sure to ring that bell.
Ooh,
make sure to be here because we always be giving them hot takes, bro. And we just getting hotter, bro. It's getting smoky.
Smoke season.
Take it.
Z.